Well, hello, Joe. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you. How are you today?
Really good, thank you. This is great that we're back for another week, and tonight we're doing something special.
We sure are. We're going to talk a little bit about frequency and then we're going to do a little meditation to help purge away negative energy and increase your frequency.
I love that because there's a lot of depth, there's a lot of heaviness around. We've just
Yes.
gone through the eclipse or one of the eclipses. We had a portal that was 999. I didn't even know it was 999, Joe, until the day before. Somebody said to me, "Don't forget the portal tomorrow." It's like, oh my goodness gracious me. So there's been a lot of energy around.
Yes. And I feel like if you've had patterns the last 10 years that you're still going through, now's the time when the universe, because this is an end year, they're really pushing through those themes that keep reoccurring in your life, um, to really work through it and finally clear it or accept it or let it go, whichever one it needs to be. So it's pretty intense for some people right now. Mm.
It really is. And I've had a lot of customers come for tarot and it's like, I've quit my job and all of this sort of stuff. And it's like, yes, this is good in this type of year. I had one lady, she was so special. She goes, quit my relationship in February. And then in March, my job went, see you later. And I've just created my own business now. And I'm starting my own business and I'm happy. And she said to me, I'm finally happy with where I'm at in my life. And I said, well, isn't that powerful to you? I said, because you don't need a relationship to define you. And now you're doing what you want to do, helps you move forward. So this is what all of this stuff in this year is going to help people do: move out of heaviness and rise
Mhm.
up, which is why frequency for us is a really good topic to discuss today.
Absolutely. And it's all about, like at the moment, this week is all about purging, whether that's writing letters, like and burning them, do not sending, or, going on a walk and letting it go. I often say to people, like, it's like bring your hands up near your heart chakra and then let it go, you know, as you walk.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's, yeah, to let it go, or to scream in the car, just to let out all your frustrations. But it's also good to kind of go yourself, okay, so these are the things that keep reoccurring. What am I going to do to stop this reoccurring in my life? Like, what patterns do I consistently, whether it's relationships or work or whatever, what am I going to change in my life so I no longer attract this into my life or keep creating this pattern? So it's a big time, but it's such a good time to release all the things that no longer serve you, that have been hovering around you for the last 10 years, really.
yeah. And a question I'm getting my customers to ask themselves about patterns and things
Mm.
that they keep going like this is like, how is this serving me? Is this serving me? So I get them to ask those questions. How is this serving me? Is this serving me? So then that way they can look at it, it's like, it's not really serving me in any way, shape, nor form. And then a
Mhm.
beautiful soul I had lunch with on Monday, she goes, so what you do in that situation is you send forgiveness. I forgive myself for feeling
Yes,
this way and going through these patterns. I forgive the person that I might have been doing this engaging behavior with. Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the wisdom that's coming from that. I forgive it, and now I'm letting it go. And I thought, oh
perfect.
my goodness gracious me, it's so simple yet so powerful.
Yes. The word that's been coming up a lot for the last 3 weeks with my clients is surrender. Just surrender it. And it's
Yeah,
not
let it
giving up.
go.
That's, yeah, but it's just like, let's surrender that relationship that you've been struggling with. And it just feels so good within your chakra systems when you just let it go, like it's just so, it increases your vibration because you're no longer trying to hold on to it so tightly, you know?
Correct. And that's the thing. We're talking about frequency. When you surrender, what you're actually doing is I'm not fighting. I'm not putting up the barriers. I'm actually just
Yeah.
going to surrender and just flow with whatever comes this way. So all of a
Yes.
sudden your body's just gone and breathe. And now
Yes.
we're just going to take whatever day, whatever it comes, whatever it looks like today. So that's why surrender is such a powerful word, and
Yes.
work out, why am I fighting this? Why is this, uncomfortable for me? And then when you
Yes.
do that, you'll work out it doesn't have to be that way and I can let it go.
Absolutely. And another good thing right now is to write like a list of what you want to manifest.
Yes. Yes, and
Yeah.
create, what am I creating? My frequency is going up. What am I creating for myself? What do I need now moving forward? What does it look like? Have I already attained it? What is it? Yeah, this
Yes.
is this is where we're all at, and we're in spring, so I don't know what it's like in New South Wales, Joe, but when I go for a walk here, it's usually pretty windy, and I'm always saying to the universe when I'm walking in the wind, it's like, yes, blow out the stagnation, blow
Mm.
out the cobwebs that I find that I'm still, carrying, blow out anything that doesn't serve my highest good anymore. Wind, I surrender it to you. See, surrender words back. I surrender it all to you to release from me and
Yes.
cleanse it away from me. And you'd be surprised what it wants to take, because then you'll come home and you feel like, wow, I feel a little
Mm.
bit lighter because I've let shit go, even though I don't know what I let go, but I'm surrendering it all to the universe to clear it all away.
Yeah. And I think also it's a really good time to sometimes people you've got to release it to the universe, but it's also like, for example, with my book, tomorrow I've got a whole list of publication things that I'm going to email and ask them if I could, put my book there or send it to them for a review for their book club. So it's all those things where it's not like I'm saying get on the hustle, but sometimes if you do get on the hustle a little bit, then the universe responds and goes, oh, wow, this girl's really trying hard. Let's put her in the right place at the right time to get the good things happening. So it might not be very fruitful, but I'm telling the universe that I'm prepared to do what it takes to, for example, with my book, to get it out there even more to help people. So, like there's a fine line like of vibrating the right energy, but then there's also that thing of what have I done for myself to help it? You know what I'm saying?
Correct. And that's the thing. The universe will match your energy. You're putting
Yes.
energy in, you're putting input in. The universe wants to match that. So that'll come back to you. So whatever you're putting out will come back. So that's why, Joe, when you're doing all this marketing or connecting with people, you might find it's a bit frustrating at the start because it's like I'm pushing things that are, out of my control. But then all of a sudden the universe goes, let's go, let's bring it in for you now. Let's make it all happen. And it does.
Mm,
So yeah, that's you matching and raising your frequency so that I can
yeah.
create. Then the universe goes, I'm going to match you. Let's go with that.
Yeah. And I think it's not a game, but I kind of keep it as a game where let's see what the ratio is, because you don't know, because I'm new at this. But it's like, you know, it's good for me, for my soul, because I've gotten not comfortable, but I'm comfortable in my realm and I've got abundance there. But now I've got to create abundance, in a different realm like that I want to evolve into. So I kind of go to Elliot. Sometimes it's freeing that I have no idea what I'm doing, because I don't know whether I'm going to make a mistake or not. But it's like I'm not doubting, I'm just having a go. Does that make sense? Because
And the
you can't.
key is, and I like what you said, Joe, have fun with it.
Yeah.
Make it an adventure. Don't make it a chore. Don't make it a challenge. When you have fun with it, you're keeping your vibration high, and it's going to be
Yes.
throw caution to the wind. Let's go. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So yes, I think sometimes we get a bit too serious with ourselves, and oh, what happens if they don't like it? Well, they don't like it.
That's
That's as
exactly right. They
simple.
don't like it. That's their problem. Other people will. So, but you
Yes.
might find they might love it, and then, oh my goodness gracious me, what door have I just opened? That now that allows me to walk through, flowing with
Yes.
life, surrendering all of your expectations of outcome to the universe, and you're just making it available. That's perfect.
Yes. Yes. So I think it's, in with the next few months coming up, and another thing that's really been um, pushing. Oh, Elliot just sneezed. Bless him. Is that is that it's a really, really great time to clear all the lower frequency stuff out of your home. Mm.
It's a good time to purge. Spring is a really good time to clear energy, and stagnation in your energy needs to be shifted. So you're right. So this is a good time. That's why we have this thing called spring cleaning, because you're
Yeah.
clearing away anything that you've had in your house since winter because you couldn't do much with it. Now spring's
Yes.
come, the weather's starting to warm up very slowly here in Melbourne, but it's starting to warm up. But that allows you to open your doors, let the air through, but also go through what doesn't serve your highest good anymore and
Yes.
change it up, make it different. So
Mhm.
yeah, you're right. Cleanse the home, get that energy vibrating higher for you.
Yeah. And it's interesting, I was reflecting on the last 10 years. And 10 years ago, we moved to Coffs Harbour. So that was a big purge, big life
Big.
change. And I didn't know about the numerology then. So it was interesting that I had done it just intuitively, going, nah, this doesn't serve me. I'm, starting a new thing. And then we bought Alchemy in a 1 year. So I think, good gracious,
See,
So
new beginnings, and that's powerful. So, and that's the thing. If you trust, and that's what that comes back to that word surrender. When you
yes.
surrender something, you're actually trusting the universe to find me the highest route that makes this happen in the best possible way. So we trust, we surrender, we let go. When we do that, the universe goes, "Thank you. Now you let me do what I need to do." And that's what you
Yes.
did. You took a chance, and it's like, okay, that's what it is. And all of a sudden, when you get to look back and reflect, it's like, wow, that was a 1 year. That's a new
Mhm.
beginning. And when we packed up and moved, it was a whatever year it was. Does that make sense? You can look
And
back at it and plot it with what you know now that you didn't know then. It's
yes.
very
And
special.
even like if you're in a relationship that you know you don't want to leave, for example, but there's things that aren't the best it could be, for example, it's not like you have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, if that makes sense. I know one of my clients because she was in such a quandary, and I said, look, the foundation of your marriage is very good and very stable, but maybe you just surrender it to the universe and just say, I'm just going to let go that my husband's, he was a bit messy and a bit unorganized and whatever. I'm just going to let that go. And I'm not going to get overwhelmed with it anymore because it's doing my head in, because she's a very OCD thing. So, I talked her through some strategies, and I said, just for your office space, just have it that he can't go in there and make a mess. So just control what you can do. And you need this
Yeah.
for your office for what you do. She goes, yeah.
Yeah.
And she said, I'm just going to surrender it to the universe and ask that in a perfect way, he'll start to get organized. And then when she stopped nagging, he said to her, like a couple of weeks later, I think I need to organize myself better and try and get into a routine. And so it happened with her not putting all that negative energy at him. So it can work that way too, even in relationships that are established and aren't needing to be broken up or cleared or anything. Because I said, when you married him, you found that was probably that didn't bother you, but 10 years in, it bothers you,
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's what I say to people too. Same sort of thing. It's like, why did you marry that person? What was your attraction at the start? So these are
Yeah.
aspects that sometimes show themselves later. But I find it really
Yes.
interesting that the universe gave her, she's OCD, but the universe gave her somebody that was the opposite to her. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
could bring her down a peg so that she could calm, and it helps him rise up to, I could be better. So it's a
Mm.
really, it's so interesting when you reflect and look back at it, that this is how the universe works, peeps. And this is
Yeah.
what you've got to look at. It always brings you what you need. And
Well,
however that looks, and as you said, it wasn't going to be that relationship was going to end, but something just needed to change very slightly so that it can go up a notch.
she liked his spontaneity. Spontaneity, that's the word. When she met him, like where he was a bit lackadaisy, where she had to have everything structured. You see, so I said that was one of your biggest attractions. Do you know? Like, so
Yes.
yeah.
And see how it's
Elliot,
changed?
yeah, yeah. Elliot and I are opposites. I'm a bit messy, and Elliot's very structured. So, I still haven't found Elliot's little folding board. In clothes where they.
Yes, where it's perfect.
Where
It's
I'm like on
hiding it
my
somewhere.
side, I'm just a bit of like, I'm just going to stuff it in because for me, I'm okay with it.
Joe, we're so similar. Sean's the perfect one. He folds all the washing, puts it all away beautifully, whereas I'm just like, there's a space in that drawer, in it goes, and I know exactly where it is. So it's very interesting, very
Yeah,
interesting. So you're gonna
yeah,
love it. But how do you raise your frequency, Joe? So say you've got a client that drains you of energy, or going through situations in life that might drain you. Like
yes.
hypothetically, like when Lexi hurt her knee, right? That would have been a drain on your energy because you've got to pick her up. What does Joe then do to lift up your frequency, raise up your vibration? How do you bring it back up?
Yes. So I'm a big fan of doing like a chakra meditation. And something as simple as when you're in the shower, asking. Now, I ask for God, but you could also ask for the divine creator, the universal healers. They're all the same. It's just different, you know. But you could just ask God or the divine creator for a column of rainbow light coming through you, and flushing through all of your chakras, clearing away any negative energy, and topping up all of your chakras that may be depleted. So that's one way. I also, whenever it was more for me with Lexi, was more like overwhelm and worry for her, like that.
Mm-hmm.
career was just getting going, and then it came to a very big abrupt stop.
Oh.
So I was like, this is just for a moment. Just for a moment. We're going to have to pause for 12 months while Lexi rehabs. And I was like, all is well. If whatever is meant for Lexi will still be for her. It hasn't gone. You know, in fate and destiny, if she's meant to be there, it will all flow to her anyway.
Yep.
The other thing is that I kind of will also say to myself, in 5 years' time, Joe, what I'm worried about today or what's really lowering my frequency, will it matter? And will it be relevant? And if it's not going to be relevant or matter, I just go, I need to let that go because it's not important on my little freight train that I'm on.
That's exactly right. Why waste that energy when you think in 5 years' time it's insignificant? So,
Yes.
see ya, wipe it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Dale? What do you do?
I go for a walk.
Yes.
First thing I always find is my energy is depleted. Nature wants to rebalance my energy. So I'll always go for a walk, talk to the trees, talk to the sky, talk to the birds, any cats, dogs, whatever I see, I'm always talking to it. So walking, which gets my breathing going. Because sometimes if I'm flat, I'm not breathing deeply. So I'll go for a walk to lift the breathing up. The other thing that I really do, and I do this quite often, is music. I will listen to music. And if I'm flat, I find the higher energy music I listen to, the quicker I come up. If I'm listening to something like Frank Sinatra, all of that type of music, it brings it up, but it's slower. I don't listen to disco music. I don't listen to house, techno, trance. But if I listen to, you know, a Gloria Estefan, she got some tempo going, lift you up. Does that make sense? That's where I go. I very rarely do the spiritual stuff to help my frequency. I will go to music. I will go and, you know, go for a walk. Something that gets me moving, which gets me out of that stagnation, that gets me out of that being stuck and feeling heavy. And I was like, yeah, flick it off, move. Dancing's really good. So sometimes I'll put music on and I'll just, if Sean's not home, I'll put it on and I'll just jump around the room. And that's me, or I'll clap. So clapping really good to remove heavy energy. So I do all of those types of things that anybody can do. Do you know what I mean? That anybody can do. And you know, that's what I do. That's the practice that I've always gone to. Sometimes if my frequency feels low, sometimes I actually like to sit in it and understand why am I feeling this? What has brought me to this point? Once I understand why I'm there, on goes the music. Let's pull out of it now. Let's get out of that and let's start raising up. So I've got a few songs that I will use, particularly one by Whitney Houston. Love Whitney Houston. But she had a song called Step by Step.
Oh, I
And
love
when
that
you feel
song.
like your journey, same. When you feel like your journey is not going as you want it to go, put the song on Step by Step. And you listen to the words, and it's like, there's a process here. Just follow the process. And that really does lift me up very quickly. That's 3 minutes, and it's like, whoa, let's go. Sometimes I'll play it again. Let's go. And so music is very powerful for helping people lift their frequency, lift their vibration.
Yes. And and state changing is a big thing, you know, like state changing yourself. I know for me, you know, I'll go out and do some gardening or I'll got an itchy leg. Don't know why anyway.
Gardening. You could do pottery. You like your pottery, Joe?
Love pottery. So so I often think, you know, if I put a podcast on and I'm just so it takes myself out of the zone. Does that make sense?
Yep.
It's also like anger, and we can be angry. It's okay to be angry. It's so okay. It's a good emotion to have, but it's like it can really drain your energy because you're holding on to that. So I kind of go have a 5-minute pity party or anger party, whatever it is, and then you got to promise yourself you're going to move or do something to get out of it because, you know. And for me, when I'm really angry and I need to say something to someone, my big golden rule about it is like, let's just sleep on it. Because when you sleep on it, it gives you a better perspective. And then you're a bit more, not polished, but you're not going to say really nasty things that may forever ruin the relationship or wreck your integrity.
You've had time to calm down. You've had time to calm down and integrate it. What was actually said, how was it said, why was it said? And then that allows you a time to construct your response in a way that I'm not lowering myself to another level. I'm just going to be me. This is what I feel. This is why it was said, or this is my response to what you've said to me, whatever it is. Let's go with that. So if you can do that, that's the key to living What's your response to every situation? Take your time. And if you're in a situation where you need to respond, give yourself 10 seconds at least, just so you
Yeah.
can breathe. So just breathe it out a little bit. That calms you right down. Then you can come with a response that will be a little bit more measured than just going bang. Because when you go bang, you're right. Situations change, friendships can be finished, all of that stuff. It's you've passed that point. Give yourself 10 seconds to respond, or as you said, Joe, sleep on it. It's so much better to do.
Yeah. And sometimes it's also, when we're younger, we're really quick to pounce back with a response about things. And I often now, I want to know how the person got to this point of being that cranky or upset, because my perception can be so different to theirs. So I often go, oh, talk to me about how you got to this point. Like, just so then I know where you're coming from. And sometimes it can be really uncomfortable, but it's just so then I can see where their frequency's at. Does that make sense? Because we've all been
Yes.
brought up differently. I might have a more of evolved situation than they have. For abundance wise, I might be sitting a bit differently to them. So therefore their lack is so different to my lack. Like,
It gives you that perception that you need to have as to understanding where the situation, how it started and how
mm,
it escalated, so that you can see their point of view, which
yeah,
gives you a more overview of what's actually happening here. So then you can
yes,
go, I didn't mean that like this. I actually said that, and that's how, and you can diffuse it very quickly. That's why the
yeah,
saying "silence is golden" is it's true.
yes,
Sometimes if you don't react, you take the steam out of the situation straight away. Because they're
yeah,
thinking, "Why did you not respond to me? Why have you not said anything?" So if you can remain silent and then you go into like what you just said, "How did you get to this point? What triggered you? What might have I said to you that's triggered you to drop your vibration, to drop your frequency into anger? Let's look
mm,
at this. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation about this." So silence is golden. And as you said, if you can sleep on it for 24 hours or sleep on it for, whatever till the next day, even better, because it gives
yes.
you that time to compose yourself, look at the situation, and then respond accordingly.
Especially like with frequency, like, and I'm not saying this in an ego way, but because we do what we do and we meditate a lot and whatever, our frequency is much higher than the standard human. And I remember once a lady I worked with, she had said something that really highly offended me. And it was like I sent a bulldozer of energy woof, to her about, I even think I said, how dare you say that to me? anyway,
Wow.
anyway, I was really cranky and offended. And I said my piece and I was really forceful energy. And that was like on the Thursday. And then on the Monday, a lady rang me that knew both of us. She said, oh, Joe, the lady's been in bed since you spoke to her with a migraine. And I think you need to talk to her about what's happened, because I think your energy's made her sick. And I was still a little bit uninvolved. And I was like, well, she deserved that. Anyway, and then I
Right.
got on
Yeah.
the phone. The guys were like, no, she didn't. It wasn't your intention, but this is a lesson that you've got to be very careful with your energy, Joe. So anyway, so then I did a meditation. And it was like I cut the cords, brought it all back, send love and light. I'm sure her intention wasn't like that. And then I rang her that night, and she said, yeah, it did lift this afternoon, she said. But I was
Good.
like, it's because I cleared the energy. And I said, look,
Yes.
I did mean what I said, but I didn't mean to send you energy to make you feel sick. That was not my intention. So
Yeah.
sometimes you've got to be really careful with our frequency, especially if you're a person that does meditate and has high energy, because you can really knock over a person with negative energy. So
You've got to be very mindful of your power. So then
yeah,
that way, because as you just said, frequency plays out at different levels for people. So if
yeah,
somebody's in sadness, their frequency is low. If somebody's in joy, your frequency is higher. We've got to modulate what we give them so that we
yeah,
can respect where they're sitting at, if that makes
yeah,
sense. So then that way they know, okay, I'm getting what I need. Because if I give them too much energy thinking they're in joy, but they're in sadness, it's going to ruffle them. And you think, no, 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 no. So see, there's a learning in everything we do, Joe. This is what I like about everything we talk about. There's always a positive aspect. What did I learn from that? What can I take from that? So responding, and words are power. That's what we have to realize too. Words are power.
mm,
So yeah, we've got to be mindful of how we project and the words we choose, because it all has effect on other people. Sometimes we just don't see it.
Yeah. And sometimes, when people are really grumpy, I know especially sometimes at work, you don't know what day they've had or what they've been told or the
Correct.
pressures that there are. And if you see someone like that and you instantly want to go, oh, bugger you, but sometimes it's nice just to ask the creator or the divine creator or the universal healers, just, to bring a column of white light down next to them. You can't put that person in it because it's their free will and choice. So you can't do that. But you could put the column of white light next to them. And if they're needing that energy, they'll suck it in anyway. So, we have a guy at work. Yeah, he's going through a really big trauma. His wife died early suddenly. And I know I get it why he's all overwhelmed. Like, to go out in a small town where everyone knows you lost your wife, it would be, you'd have to psych yourself up to do it.
Yeah.
So, and I just kind of go, hi, you're here to see, and then I leave it at, if he wants to talk, he will. But most days it's like he's just holding it together. So he isn't spiritual, but I just, offer him the column of white light. He'll always suck it up. And you can see his face relaxes a little bit.
It's interesting, isn't it? When you see them come into the space, and even
Yes.
if they're not dealing with you, but you can hold that space for them. And like you're offering him this beautiful column of white light, which is safe. It's
Yes.
nurturing. And then they
Yes.
accept it. You actually just see them soften and relax. And then you
Yes.
think, okay, now you're going to go and have your treatment in a much
Yes.
better frame of mind, and you'll receive more. When they're in that frame of mind, they'll receive so much more. So that's all we can do for people. We can bring this column of white light there, make it available to them. They have to
Yeah.
step into it or take it on board. What I sometimes just do with my clients, how are you today? What brought you in today? What is it you're needing? Just so I can listen to what they're at, what they're like. When they've walked in, they might have booked it a month ago, but something's happened in that day that
Yeah.
really cements why they need to have this session today. So what's going on in your world? What can we do for you? What is your intention today? Let's join that together with my intention for you. Let's go. Let's lift you up. Let's do what we need to do. Because this
Yeah.
is what we're here to do, Jo. You and I hold space for people so that they can be the best versions of themselves in this
Yes.
lifetime. We hold that space because what we actually perceive for them, we can see their highest potentials and their highest
Yes.
potentialities, what they can achieve. What we have to do is lift them through energy, frequency, vibration, so that they can see their potentials and try and rise up and match them as well. So this is
Yeah.
what we do. And we do that by poking them when they're having a healing or whatever, so that they can release things that and expressions and emotions that hold them at a lower vibration. So let's clear that so that you can start to rise up and be at your highest timeline.
Absolutely. And even though people are coming for a clairvoyant reading for me, sometimes, you don't want to be mean to someone about whatever their spiritual team's saying and channeling through. And sometimes the guides will ask me to ask them questions. So that way then I can say, so do you think with the situation that you're in that you're serving yourself in the best way? So I'm just prompting them to answer their own questions to help release. Does that make sense? So,
Exactly right.
sometimes, yeah. So, and getting back to the column of white light, sometimes when you're with someone that's really draining your energy, whether it's on your phone or you're literally with them, by you bringing a column of white light from the creator between you and them, it's like a buffer zone as well. So they're taking the white light from the creator, they're not taking your energy. So
Yes.
good
So
one.
you're not going to be drained. You're not going to feel tired afterwards.
Yes.
So at least that way you're protecting what you've got for yourself, and you're offering them energy that's
Yes.
universal, so that nobody gets depleted, but they feel like, oh, I got a bit of an energetic hit. That's very powerful.
Yeah. And if you're a bit sensitive and you find it overwhelming going to shopping centers or all those things where there's a lot of energy and it sometimes can be negative, just before you jump out of the car. I mean, I do this every morning when I get up and I've done a toilet break, you know, and
Mhm.
as I'm washing my hands, it's an anchor point for me to remember to ask Archangel Michael to disentangle me from my astral travels when I've been sleeping, and also to and decord me, clear me of everyone's energy, and then ask Archangel Michael for a blue cloak of protection to keep me safe during the day. But this is particularly good if you're going into a shopping center and you might need to say to Archangel Michael, I really need a big, thick cloak of protection because I'm going to Woolies right now. Love Woolies. But I don't want to be caught into all the negative energy, you know, within the shop.
Correct. Protect my energy, cloak me
Yeah.
in that shield so that
Yes.
my energy is as it is when I come out of the shops, so that I
Yes.
don't feel like everybody's draining me. I don't feel like, yeah, that this is very, very powerful that you do this. The other thing that you can do if you're having a conversation with somebody or you're going to go somewhere and you think this is going to drain me of energy, imagine an infinity. And it's a golden infinity that comes from your heart and you're sending it to that person's heart. So you're creating this beautiful space automatically, when you send this beautiful infinity from your heart to their heart, golden
Yes.
color, you're creating a nice calm space between the two of you. So even if it's confrontational, what you might be about to go and do or achieve or whatever, you're creating
Yeah.
this nice flow of energy between your heart spaces so that they're feeling nice and calm when you walk in, you're feeling nice and calm, and you can actually discuss whatever it might be in, a nice calm way. You can do that with the bank, you can do that with doctors, dentists, operations, whatever. Let's make this flow as easily and effortlessly between the two of us so that none of us get drained and we both walk away feeling empowered and uplifted. Do that all the
I love
time.
it. That's
Yeah.
a great
It's
one.
very
Thank you. I didn't know that one. That's a perfect one.
Yeah, that's quantum healing. That's quantum healing up to the next level. Golden infinity.
Golden infinity. I can't wait. February, I'm going to go to your house and we're going to do a quantum healing, aren't we?
We are going to do a quantum healing and we're going to do snippets. We're going to record it so that viewers at home can see what it's like because it's a
Yeah.
long process, but it's a very interesting process, especially when you go places and you see what's coming. And then you get to live it, Joe, because we're going to be hypnotizing you to other lifetimes. And then you get to experience those lifetimes again and your senses are engaged. So it's going to be very, very special, very, very powerful.
Yeah. And
It's
if
going to be a lot of
anyone's
fun.
interested in a quantum healing, Charles does them at his house. Can be a process, can't it? It can be up to 6 7 hours, can't it?
It's 6 or
Or
7
5.
hours, and it's an in-person process. So
Yes.
quantum healing, the Dolores Cannon technique, QHHT, is in person. Somebody offers it to you online, please decline it. You don't want to be in a state of hypnosis over Skype and then you're disconnected. Because when you're in hypnosis, understand that there's a lot of triggers that we do. There's things that we will do as practitioners to help you turn off your vision, to help you turn off your hearing, so that you're in a nice calm space, in a safe space, and then you're seeing what you need to see in your mind's eye. If you're on a Skype connection and that disconnects, you're not being able to bring it back. So please, if you're ever doing a QHHT session, it is designed as an in-person session. So then that way the practitioner is always with you. You are safe. They've got the techniques. They've got the tools to do everything with you. That's all. There are other techniques that you can do that are online. Great, go and do those. But if it's QHHT you're looking for, please, it's always an in-person session.
So reach out to you, Charles, if they're interested and they're in Melbourne or want to fly to Melbourne like I'm doing.
Yes, we're going to love it, Joe. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you'll talk to your higher self. And this is another aspect of raising frequency, because sometimes people will come and have a QHHT session, not understanding why they think the way they think. When they get the bigger pieces of the puzzle, it's like they know who they are. And there's a completeness that will come. And I say completeness, but it's like the onion, because there are so many layers to us, but there's a layer that's complete. And it's like, okay, I can go up a notch now because I understand what that is. What's the next aspect of myself that I want to try and understand? So it's really, really interesting. I've had 2 or 3 of them now because, I always have them 3 years apart, 2 or 3 years apart, because I have to integrate what I've learned and what I need to understand. And then it's like, okay, the next lot wants to open up at a higher level. Let's go. So it's very interesting. So we'll bring that to the viewers next year.
Yeah. Yes, I can't wait. Great. So do you think you're ready? We'll start our little lovely frequency meditation.
I think that's a good idea. So you're going to start us off, Joe. So I'm going to remove myself from the screen. And viewers, if you want to, turn your eyes off, I was going to say, if you want to close your eyes and just follow Joe, I'm going to put up a different visual as well. So
Yes.
let's just go and play, Jo, and just enjoy.
Perfect. Alrighty. So Charles is going to have background music on, which is lovely. So if everyone would like to ask, and I'm going to close my eyes because I can channel better meditations when I'm closing my eyes. So everyone would like to close their eyes gently and getting comfortable in your chairs. And just asking the Divine Creator for a column of white light all the way through you, all the way down to your Earth Star. And beautiful energy from your Earth Star is coming up through your body, all the way through your body, connecting back to your Soul Star and back up to the Divine Creator. And the column that you're in is now changing to a beautiful rainbow spectrum of color, healing every aspect of your chakra system, topping up all of your chakras. And within your column now, your spirit guide, your higher self, is stepping into the column to align with you. And just taking some deep breaths now and breathing in the rainbow spectrum of light, helping clear away anything that no longer serves you. And with your breath, if anything crosses your mind that you no longer want to think about or to purge from your body, just with your breath, it's like with your inhaling breath, collect it, and with your exhaling breath, breathe it out into the rainbow column. And within the column, we're just calling in Archangel Michael. We're just asking Archangel Michael to clear away any cords from other people that have corded into you and that you have corded into them. Clearing and cutting those cords. We're asking Archangel Michael to also clear away any overlaid energy that people may have popped on you. Any lost souls that may be attached to you, or entities that aren't serving your highest good. We're asking Archangel Michael now to clear these away from you. And now we're asking Archangel Michael to clear away any portals from any dimensions. We're asking Archangel Michael, like barnacles, just to pop them off you and collect them and send them back to wherever they belong and never to reconnect to you. I'm just taking some breaths and allowing Archangel Michael to do that now. And now we're asking Archangel Michael just to clear away any ill wishes, curses from yourself, your lineage, and the family that you're in. We're just asking Archangel Michael to clear those away from within your chakra system and your aura now. We're also asking Archangel Michael just to remove any negative energy of the way you think and any thought patterns that no longer serve you. We're just asking Archangel Michael to remove them from your throat, your third eye, and your crown chakra now. we're also going to ask Archangel Michael just to remove any illnesses that you might have in your body, whether they're connected to you emotionally or to you physically. We're just asking Archangel Michael to remove these from your body, chakra system, and aura. I'm just going to leave you here also with Archangel Michael just for a minute or two. And anything in your life that no longer serves you, I'm just going to leave you here to give that and ask Archangel Michael yourself to remove this from your aura, your chakra system, your thought patterns, and your physical body. So just leave you here for a minute or two.
Archangel Michael, who has just cleared a lot of your energy, all of your density away from you, is cloaking you in his blue cloak. You can feel his angelic wings wrapping themselves around you as he's going to now take you on a journey. You've left the density behind and you are now light enough to fly up with him into the sky. So be prepared. You are safe, you are secure. Archangel Michael has you with him. He's now taking you on a journey up to the sky. You're following the stars. You're looking at all of the glory and the magnificence of the universe as you are becoming one with the creation of all. Now you see this beautiful blue star approaching, and you know in your heart that this is where Archangel Michael will be taking you. So as you get closer to this blue star, your feeling of love is just getting higher and higher and higher. And as you approach this blue star, you see this gracious, glorious temple. And in this temple, you see this beautiful marble table. And Archangel Michael takes you to this table and lies you down on this table. Now you are safe. You are secure. You are now one with the universe. Archangel Michael is with you. He has also called in Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, and these are standing all around you. Archangel Metatron has arrived and he is now above you. And Archangel Sandalphon is now below you. So you are covered with this beautiful energy of the archangels. Now, whilst you're sitting on this, lying on this blue table, on this blue star, you feel your heart, and your heart space starts to expand. And that is you calling out to the universe that I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive guidance from the stars and guidance from the Creator. My heart space is expanding as my heart space is matching that of the universe. So imagine a beautiful blue light coming into your heart space. All that work you did clearing all the density away has created a void within you. And this beautiful void will be filled with this beautiful uplifting frequency, uplifting energy. Allow this beautiful blue energy to fill your heart chakra and allow it to overflow into your other chakras. feel this beautiful energy from the stars, the cosmos, the Creator, and you are feeling empowered. You are feeling energized. You are feeling uplifted. All you are feeling at the moment is pure joy, pure love. The essence of our Creator now sits inside you as it did the day you were born. On the day you were born, you came into this world with no fears, just love and joy and happiness for what was to come. Now that the heaviness has been removed, we are feeling that joy, that love, and the excitement for what lays ahead. We are unlearning all of the programs that you've learned up until this point. And this beautiful blue light from the stars, from the sun, from the cosmos, and from the Creator are helping you release and embrace the new you that wants to reveal now on this table. Allow your body to vibrate. Allow your body to release the older vibrations. You've cleared the density, now embrace the new you. Embrace this beautiful blue vibration that is now flowing through you. It is safe. It is love. It is a beautiful light from the Creator, supported by the 6 archangels that you find around you. I will give you this opportunity now to telepathically connect with the Creator and the archangels. Ask them what this energy will do for you. Ask them what will it bring you, so that you know the joy and love that wants to come to you as you accept this beautiful energy from Source, from your Creator, from the archangels, and from everything that has been created. Now you can feel the tingles through your body as you receive this beautiful energy. And you feel like there's a beautiful champagne just flowing through your body, bringing you that effervescence that your body has been longing for, that your body has required and desired. Now your frequency is rising. Embrace this beautiful effervescence from the Creator, from the universe, and from the multiverses. It's safe. It's protected by the archangels. You were protected the whole time you were in this amazing healing temple. Allow this energy to flow through you, into you, and of you. You know that this is good for you. Embrace and take as much of this beautiful energy as you can. Now, whilst you're lying on this beautiful marble healing table in this beautiful healing temple in the sky, I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath in, hold it for 4 seconds, and release anything that is of excess, any excess energy that you are unable to bring back now. Release it in this beautiful exhalation. And then just one more breath in and one more release. Now the archangels are bidding you farewell. Archangel Michael is coming back to you. He is cloaking you in his beautiful blue cloak and his beautiful archangel wings. You are safe. He is bringing you back on the journey, back to this realm, back to this dimension, back to this reality. You find yourself feeling light. You find yourself feeling positive. You find yourself feeling invigorated as you travel back with Archangel Michael to this dimension. This beautiful white column of light comes over you and Archangel Michael to hold all of this positivity and this energy within your body, within your 3D body, so that it's always with you. Archangel Michael is bringing you back into your home or to wherever you're listening to this meditation. You are protected, you are safe, you are back in your own presence. Archangel Michael is protecting you with his cloak, and now he is bidding you farewell. He has taken you on an amazing journey that you can listen to again and again and again. So now it's time to wriggle your fingers and wriggle your toes. Come back into your bodies, come back into your consciousness, and take a nice deep breath in. For you have had a purge, and you have also had a recalibration to a higher timeline where you can now hold more positivity, more frequency to keep your vibration going as high as you possibly can. And we are back.
Beautiful.
My head feels so light, Joe. I don't know what was going on, but my head feels so light. It's always nice to go to the healing temple in the sky, guys. So this video sits on YouTube. When you need to purge and reinvigorate, it's there. Just create that for yourselves. Allow that to happen. You might need to do this quite a few times to get a feeling of lightness. That's okay. Just fast forward this YouTube video to where the meditation starts, and it's there. It's available for you. This is just one of the meditations that we might bring to you, and this is something that you've got to look forward to. Yes. Joe, that was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. There's 3 free ones on my website as well.
Let me pop that out so people know where to go. So there we go. So joanneplater.com.au.
Yep. And if you go into courses and meditations, and just allows Spotify to connect in, there's a rainbow one, a purge one, and a chakra one for people.
It's always good to do purge. Sometimes you're not feeling it, but overlaid energies will come to you. People will, play with your energetic fields. So it's always good to purge and then do the rainbow. So Jo's got 3 amazing meditations on her website. Go and look for them and just sit with them and just do them. And again, you might do them quite a few times. But that's just you saying to your body, I love you, and we want to vibrate at the highest possible frequency and vibration.
Absolutely. Yes. So I find meditation is my key to success in my life. I think because the higher frequency I have, the better I vibrate. So, and then it attracts a higher vibrational friendships and abundance and everything.
Brings you back to flow, Joe. Brings you back to flow. When you're at a higher frequency, your flow becomes easier. So if you're struggling with life, you're at a lower vibration. We need you to lift it up so that you come into flow and everything becomes effortless. So, we've given you that meditation there. Try it. Do it a few times. You might feel good the first time, but you might feel even better the second and third times because you keep releasing with that purge that Joe created at the start. You keep releasing. Then more energy wants to come to you through that healing temple in the sky. Yeah. Very, very special.
Yeah.
Bless you, Joe. That was a great one. We did a great session today. I love this.
That was great. We're the Joe and Charles show, or Charles and Joe show, and we can even do great meditations together.
That's exactly right. So you can expect more of that in the future. So look for that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we also love looking at your comments. So tell us how you felt about that meditation. Tell us how that made you feel afterwards. Did you feel lighter? Did it make you, could you visualize all of those things that we were discussing with you? So give us a comment. How did that make you feel? And what other types of meditations might you like? That moving forward, we might be able to incorporate those in more of our discussions.
Yes. And next week we've got a live, so that's really exciting.
Yeah, the 17th. So, the 17th. That might have been yesterday, Joe, but we've got the live, so it's all good. No, we're on to it, Joe. We're the 18th, but it's all good. But, so we hope you join us in the live, and we'll try and do more of those as well. So Drop in the
Yes.
comments what you'd like to see from the Charles and Joe show so that we know what content you would like. Makes it easier
Yes.
for us to prepare. And then that way we know what you want to discuss. So stuff that you've got going on, nothing is silly, nothing is crazy. Put it out there because you might find, oh yeah, we've thought of that too. So let us know what you'd like and then off we go.
Yes. Fantastic.
Have a good week, everyone. We'll see you next week. Thursdays
Yes.
are the days they go up. So look at it on YouTube Thursdays or even Fridays. It just depends on what time I can put them up on Thursdays, but have a look and then off you go.
Excellent. Thanks.
Have a great week, Joe.
Yes, I will. See ya.
Bye, everyone. Bye.